Delhi Police Special Commissioner has been summoned by the Home Secretary of course, due to the arrest of Liaquat Ali Shah. It is being understood that the probe in the matter is now being handed over to the NIA, demand which was made by the Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir, Omar Abdullah. Home Minister Sushil Kumar Shinde at a very later stage had refused to comment on what his strategy is going to be, but the criticism as far as the Delhi Police's version of this arrest is concerned also was being made public. Various holes which were being punched into their strategy as far as why this arrest was concerned, be it the information which they said the arrest which was based on the tip-off that they had received from the multi-source center, which was denied. Now also this question that it should be ascertained just why this arrest happened, why the Delhi Police made their way to Gorakhpur, in fact, to arrest Liaquat. These were issues which were raised by the Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister when he met with the Home Minister earlier, demanding an NIA probe. So at this stage, the probe being handed over to the NIA as far as the arrest of Liaquat Ali Shah is concerned, the government bowing to the pressure which was put on them by their ally, a key important ally in the National Conference, the Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Omar Abdullah. A lot of pressure on Omar Abdullah as well as far as the valley is concerned from the opposition. Kamaljeet Sandhar joining us, who broke details of the story first to us. This was something which was waiting to happen, now coming through the NIA, taking over the investigation. In many ways, the government conceding to the demand, Kamal, of a key ally.
Well, definitely so. That is what Sushil Kumar Shinde just said a short while ago. He said the case has been handed over to NIA, which will probe into merits of the case. Remember, Delhi Police has already filed an FIR. But they will investigate into various factors which have been also contradicted by the Jammu and Kashmir Police. So in that sense, either there would be a closure in the case where they would get clean chit, or if they find some merit in the case as given by Delhi Police Special Cell, then a charge sheet would be filed. But obviously, it would take some time before they do that. But we've been told by our sources this is a major step forward as Shinde has conceded to Umar Abdullah's demand of NIA investigation.
Certainly, and as far as this particular case is concerned, there were doubts as far as the Delhi Police's version 2, which was being put forth by the Delhi Police. But come to the other aspect, as far as the political perspective is concerned, is that there was, a gap in communication when it comes to Afzal Guru as well. The Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister had stated this earlier too, and this is in many ways then a way to reach out as well. Live pictures, in fact, coming to you from the Home Ministry as well. Kamal, just break down the details of, this might have come through due to those compulsions as well. The government trying to concede and trying to make amends in many ways.
Well, definitely. There's always been a voice which says there is a trust deficit between the state of Jammu and Kashmir and the center. And they say many a times there are certain policies which are given a go-ahead without taking the state into confidence. And we've seen in the case of Afzal Guru also, they were a lot of instances which were coming out from the state government. As a matter of fact, many in the state assembly had pointed out and said that unjust had been done to Afzal Guru. But in this instance, we've seen that Umar Abdullah's demand of an NIA probe has been conceded to. They would be investigating into the merits of the case as to how it is being done. But remember, the Delhi Police's version against the Jammu Kashmir Police version.
Yes.
Even though Delhi Police is saying that this man was behind fidayeen plot against Delhi, Jammu Kashmir Police said they had the details. The family had requested for him to come under a rehab and rehabilitation and surrender policy that is Umar Abdullah's brainchild. In sense, when two different versions are coming in, it was very important. The handling of the case is seen as almost a prime. And this is why this case has now been handed over to NIA, which will look into the youth UAPA. Remember, the cases are already investigated by NIA. In that sense, this is going to be a shot in the arm. The investigating agency will look into the merits of the case and will decide whether a false case was made out, and then perhaps give a clean chit and file a closure, or go ahead and say that the charges were true and then investigate accordingly and file a charge sheet.
And also has to be said that there were various compulsions as far as the Chief Minister of the state is concerned too, because when we look at the pressure which was being put on him, not just from within his own party, but from the opposition, the PDP as well. This is something which, his party needed to take ownership of. He did that, came across here, spoke to the Home Minister as well and conveyed a strong message, said that this is something that they cannot compromise on, insisted that there should be a probe from the NIA. In fact, let me put that question to Shuja, also tracking developments in the valley. Shuja, the probe actually being allowed, the go-ahead for the NIA probe as far as Liaquat's arrest is concerned coming through from the Home Ministry. But certainly the pressure from Omar Abdullah also then working, which was two-pronged, not just from his own party, from the PDP as well.
Well, that's right. It looks like the pressure that has been coming from Jammu and Kashmir over the issue of Liaquat seems to be working. The fact that the Home Minister is now saying that NIA will probe this incident will clearly go on to be another shot in the arm of the Chief Minister, who has actually asked for an NIA probe in a time-bound manner. This also certainly is a setback to the Delhi Police's claims so far, who have been saying that they have every proof possible behind their version. Now, what remains to be seen is how long will the NIA take to probe the entire matter, and whether they will be able to prove which side is actually right here. It is very important to see that both the functionaries, both Jammu and Kashmir Police and Delhi Police, both of them, in one way or the other, function under Home Ministry only.
True.
So it is a unique sort of a case where two wings of the same department are fighting among themselves, and a probe is announced over that.
Important point that Shuja makes, Kamal, because when you look at the logistics of it all as well, this was a very complex situation for the Home Ministry to sort out, but it made it a simpler case in terms of the holes which were being punched in the theories being put together by the Delhi Police. When you look at the revelations of the multi-source agencies as well, they had said that they'd received tip-offs. This was something which perhaps led Sushil Kumar Shinde to take that decision quicker than he would have liked. Kamal?
Well, what we know is that the MAC report that Delhi Police is quoting out is almost a month old. This is what we've been told by our MK and IV sources. In that instance, it would be very significant. Remember, Delhi Police Commissioner as well as Delhi Special Cell Commissioner both are in a meeting with the Home Secretary at this point of time. They've been summoned, and remember, this case is extremely crucial. Umar Abdullah has already pointed out fingers, and remember, this is a case where one police department is pointing fingers at another state police department. So in that sense, it is very crucial, and there has to be a certain neutrality towards it, and that is why NIA has been handed over the case. But remember, NIA is not going to be investigating one claim versus the other. They will be looking into this entire case and the merits of the case. Right. They would also be speaking to Liaquat Khan. In that sense, we really have a look. This is going to be very crucial. But Home Ministry from its own side has said that they are neutral, and that is why they've handed over the case to NIA.